Summer Lee is a Democrat of Pennsylvania, and she joins me now. Congresswoman, I wonder how this looks from the Democratic side of the aisle. You guys, it's like, I remember talking to friends of mine who were writers during the writer's strike, and they were like, well, we can't work and kind of want to, but you guys are on a weird enforced no work period until they figure this out, I guess.
Yeah, it's like pure chaos. And honestly, it's shameful and it's ridiculous at this point. We come back in the midst of all that we have happening, and we're sitting here since Tuesday night. We've not seen the House floor. We've not seen a committee room. We've not passed a bill. We're 35 days from another budget crisis, and we are doing this every day, day in and day out. So I think it reflects incredibly poorly on the Republican conference, on their leadership ability. And honestly, frankly, from I think our perspective, we recognize that there is no qualified candidate that they're able to produce anyways. So we sit in the wings waiting with our own caucus ready to lead and ready to go.
Yeah, just the math here. Sahil Kapoor laid this out earlier. They threw McCarthy overboard. He had 210 votes in the House Majority to be Speaker. Then they picked Scalise, who had 113. Again, internally, he withdrew. Now they nominated Jordan, who on the second vote got 124. The number to win is 217. They're still pretty far. I guess my question to you is, there is talk about, there has been the case in some state houses, similar dysfunction in which Democrats have actually cut a deal with some faction of a Republican majority to elect a speaker. Is that a discussion Democrats are having? Can you imagine a world in which that did happen?
I can say that I've not been, and no one who I've served and caucused with are a part of those type of discussions. I would be really surprised if the Republicans would humble themselves in any way to accept the deal from the Democrats, right? We're a caucus of calm. We're the caucus that would prove to, this was their moment. They regained the majority. They were supposed to sail in, cruise in, and do everything that they wanted to do. And it has been an utter disaster from day one. So it would take a level of self-awareness close to Scalise stepping down, but a little bit even more than that for them to accept, Hakeem Jeffries as a co-leader or anything close to that. Sheer power is still within the realm. That's what we're pushing. That's what I know progressives are making sure that we want them to recognize, that we can have shared power agreements so that we can unstall the government. That's what we want. We just want the government to work again, and we want to be able to get a budget done. Yeah, the shared power agreement. I saw people floating various, things. The thing to remember here is the caucus math is different from the House math. It's 217. That's a vote in the House. That's a constitutional office. It's not a party vote. It's a vote in the House. You need 217. I want to just play what Hakeem Jeffries today had to say in response to your colleague Jim Jordan being nominated by the internal Republican caucus for Speaker before they all went home. Take a listen.
House Republicans have just elected a Speaker nominee who in 16 years in this Congress hasn't passed a single bill because his focus has not been on the American people. His focus has been on peddling lies and conspiracy theories and driving division amongst the American people.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen, but I suppose it could. What are your thoughts on Jim Jordan as the United States Speaker of the House?
I think that it is a dangerous prospect. I think that, people make jokes and we can laugh at the circus. We laugh at how kind of ridiculous it looks. But at the end of the day, we're talking about people who associate with anti-Semites, with white supremacists. We're talking about people who deal and negotiate with them and have created relations. This is an election denier. This is someone who asks for a pardon himself among the many dangerous things he's done. So I think about the communities in our country who need a strong government, and this would be the leader that we would send. This is the leader that the Republican Party sends in this moment that we're in. Someone who is friends of avowed white supremacists, anti-Semites, and the like. The David Duke with no baggage. So I think it's a really serious issue we have, and I think that we really have to think of the implications of someone who has peddled in the extreme conspiracy theories he has, someone who has put forth the extreme policy positions he has, and someone who has created and maintained friendships with the extreme people that he has, leading our caucus and our country second in line.
Yeah, I should just note that Steve Scalise was the one who once referred to himself as David Duke without the baggage, not Jim Jordan, just so folks who are at home are tracking Congresswoman Summer Lee. Thank you very much.